Hiring a virtual assistant to solve issues that require other methods could make you miss out on the real problems in your business and potentially even make things worse. Are you feeling overwhelmed and think you need to hire a virtual assistant? Not so fast. You see, that feeling of being overwhelmed is not always a sign that you need to hire help. Sometimes it's a symptom of something else entirely, which I'll discuss later if you stick around. Hiring a virtual assistant to solve issues that require other methods could make you miss out on the real problems in your business and potentially even make things worse. And by worse, I mean wasting resources like time and money that could have been used to effectively scale your business. So let's discuss scenarios where you might be feeling overwhelmed, but hiring a virtual support strategist might not be a good idea. Number 1, lack of clarity. Sometimes the feeling of overwhelm comes from lacking a clear plan or having undefined goals. For example, you know you want to grow your business, but you're not exactly sure what direction you want to go with it. A virtual assistant can't help you with that though. I've encountered individuals who felt overwhelmed and hired a VA, but utilized them more like a coach. Yet coaching and assisting are very different. The best thing to do if you're unclear is assess your personal and business goals. Envision what you want your ideal lifestyle to look like, then create SMART goals that'll help you get there. Once you can define what it is that you want, it'll be easier to determine if what you truly need is a VA or something else. Now, I have a question for you. Do you feel like you have a clear, defined path for your business right now, or is it more of a we'll figure it out as we go situation? Place your answer in the comments. Number 2, poor time management. If you're not effectively prioritizing your tasks or you're trying to do too many things at once, you will inevitably feel overwhelmed. In this scenario, your issue isn't a lack of help, it's a call for a better system. To help better manage your time, look at your to-do list and categorize tasks based on the following: urgent and important tasks, important but not urgent tasks, urgent and not important tasks, and not urgent and not important tasks. Understand that even if you have a clear vision of what you want your business to be like, daily tasks can feel overwhelming if you don't know what to do first. And if you hire a virtual assistant and assign them tasks that aren't appropriately prioritized either, that'll be even more overwhelming for you. Number 3, you're a perfectionist. If you're someone who gets bogged down in trying to make every single task perfect, you'll inevitably become overwhelmed. This might look like proofreading an email 5 times before sending it, or spending over an hour on a simple social media post that should have just taken you 10 minutes. Psst, by the way, I've been that person, so I'm not judging if this is you. If you're spending an unmanageable amount of time on tasks, you might believe that you need a virtual support provider to take things off your plate. You might further believe that if you give a remote worker the small stuff, you can focus on the big picture. However, the true issue you have might not be that you lack help, it's that you don't trust in the process. If you hired someone, your perfectionist attitude won't just go away. Instead, you'd probably struggle with delegating and try to do everything yourself or tell them exactly how you want them to do it. That's basically micromanaging. So instead of the VA being a real solution, they become an added layer of stress for you. To combat this perfectionism, you will have to challenge your all or nothing thinking. Address the inner critic in your head that's saying, this just isn't good enough, and question what's really the worst that could happen if something isn't absolutely perfect. You'll have to train yourself that an imperfect outcome doesn't necessarily equal a catastrophe. By doing that and focusing on progress, not perfection, you'll probably find more time in your schedule. And if you do decide to hire a virtual assistant, it'll work out much better than if you had a perfectionist approach. In my 10 years of experience, I've interacted with hundreds, maybe thousands of people, and I've noticed that people occasionally hire virtual support providers for the wrong reasons. My goal is to help individuals get matched to a great virtual support provider, but if a person has some of these underlying dilemmas, they might not even be able to fully benefit from hiring someone. Hiring requires you to be in a space where you're truly open to receiving help and you're hiring for the right reasons. Because we can match you to the right person, but it could be the wrong time or the wrong reason for having the virtual assistant, which wouldn't be as beneficial. Well, folks, that concludes this video on when being overwhelmed is not a sign that you need to hire a virtual assistant. Thanks so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time.